Party to the fireside chat. That is the party of Xongile and Hosana. They are 1 year old today.
Hip,
Look
hip,
at our
hooray.
lovely hats
Happy
that we are wearing.
birthday.
Mine is broken already, Jeff.
Mine is also broken. It is torn down the back of my balding head.
Oh, it has to.
Anyway, I'm going to hold it on. Anyway, there are elephants all over the place. Unfortunately, the leopards have not come to say hello to us. Right, over the course of the next 15 minutes, we will be doing a montage. We will be doing 3 clips, a favourite from all of the 3 of us, and of course we'll tell you what else we're doing for celebrations. Before I choke to death, let's go straight to the montage of the royal family.
Guys, Karula's brought her cubs to Juma. We've been tracking her. Look at the little guy. We just came around the corner. We're just going to keep very still. Isn't this amazing? Oh, look at that. It's so cute.
This is incredible. There we go.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't that sweet? How awesome is that?
Never ever have I seen a little leopard eating foam nest frogs.
Xongile really showing off how regal and beautiful leopards are.
So there it is, a fantastic, fantastic highlights package of a year well spent by Karula and her 2 little cubs. Now, before we move on to the highlights package, I must tell you that the Karula and, Xongile, Hosana trio, if you like, can be yours. Yes, indeed, they can be yours on a shirt. All you have to do is go to royalbirthday.wildearth.tv. That's royalbirthday.wildearth.tv. And if you order your t-shirt now, before the 9th of February, you'll get one. If you order one after the 9th of February, you won't get one at all, because that is when the offer closes. Then also, we are offering the drawing is done by Graham Wallington himself, and there is a high-resolution image that you can download. And if you go to that, no, not if you go to that link, if you go to the blog, you'll find the blog link, and that'll give you a link to how you can give a contribution if you would like that very high-resolution picture of Karula, Hosana, and Xongile. And the point of that, of course, is that we are obviously trying to expand. We went to Kenya last year. We're hoping to do that again. We're hoping to go to Rwanda again. We're also hoping to head off, of course, to various other parts of Africa. And any contribution that you would like to make for those endeavors, if you like, will result in a resolution download of Graham's beautiful picture of Karula, Hosana, and Xongile, and that's the same image that is on the t-shirt. So you can go to royalbirthday.wildearth.tv and you will find them there, or you can just go to our blog and you will find all the relevant links, and you'll find out how you can get that high-resolution download for a meager contribution. It's entirely up to you if you want to make a contribution or not, and it is, of course, entirely up to you how much you would like to give. So that is the advertisement. I'll give you those details again just before we close. Right, I think we're going to move on now to the highlights package of Brent Leo Pointer.
There's an Impala alarm calling.
There's an Impala alarm calling. There are also thousands of them that looked chilled to the max. Let's go straight across to Brent's highlights clip now.
Here we go. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Now, I think he might be trying to dig out a terrapin or a turtle, which is a little freshwater aquatic reptile, or he could just be going for a sister's tail. Got it. I've never seen a leopard so enthralled with water. I mean, you see hyenas, you see wild dogs go swim and play around in water, you don't see leopards do it. You really, really don't.
Wasn't that absolutely incredible? And he is the only little leopard I've ever seen do that in this part of the world. My hat is falling off. But I have seen leopards swim in other places. But it's such a wonder whether he started swimming because he grew up in a drought. He's not used to...
I'm sure that's definitely what it is.
He's not used to water, and of course this does pose a little bit of danger for him because of crocodiles. But luckily for him, there's not too many crocodiles in the northern Sabi Sands. As long as he stays away from the Chitwa Dam, he should be okay. But it was incredible. I've never seen a leopard do that, and I was brought me to absolute almost tears of joy. It was absolutely, I nearly said a bad word, marvelous.
Yes. Now, Brent, could you take us through the discovery of the cats?
Ah, yes, that was a long time ago.
Well, it was exactly 12 months ago, yes.
So, on the sunset safari, Scotty and I had both been with her at different times that day, and she was just behaving really, really strangely.
On the 1st of February.
On the night of the 1st of February, and she was urinating excessively. She kept coming in and out of this little cave that runs on the little river system that runs from Buffelshoek Dam to the Mawati. James is crying from smoke. I'm trying not to laugh at him.
We know it's emotional, James.
And she just kept repeatedly coming in and out of this little cave, and I was almost convinced that she might even just give birth that day while we're there. And the next morning we went there really quickly, and we popped down in there, and we were opposite her in the cave, and we just suddenly saw a little sausage, this tiny little leopard. Eyes were closed, it could barely crawl. And initially I didn't see two, I only saw one.
Was it Xongile or Hosana?
Well, I think they were both sausages, about the same size. I couldn't tell at the time. And of course, we want to give Karula, or any leopard that we find, the best chance there. So we stayed for, I think it must have been about 3 minutes. And then we left and we zoned that area to give her time alone with those. Impala is still alarming.
There are Impala alarming. Good. Excellent. That's a good time to move on to the next clip. That is the highlights package
He's weeping.
of Jamie Paterson, who's going to take us through her clip now. Please watch this and enjoy.
But before you watch it, please note that if you are quite sensitive, now might be the time to just turn away for 30 seconds to a minute.
Karula's just now pounced on a baby nyala that she's managed to catch. She snuck up on it. It's still alive, it is still fighting and still kicking, but unfortunately the poor little thing really doesn't stand a chance. Now look at this. Look at the behavior of the cub. It's coming in to try and help. Look, it's hissing at mom. It wants to try and help. And Karula knows. There we go, look at that. And she's left it. And this is how young leopard cubs learn. I think he's hissing at his sister. This is the way that leopard cubs learn. It's very difficult to witness, though. It could well take him quite a long time to kill this baby nyala, but it is how he's going to learn, and it is how he's going to master this technique. And what you're watching is such an incredibly important moment in these cubs' lives, and how fortunate are we to be able to share in it.
Oh, well, James weeps away in the Impala alarm call and distract Brent. That was a very, very special moment that we had, just because I think that was the first big thing that we saw in either of the cubs kill. And it was a truly extraordinary sighting. I mean, I chose it as my favorite, not because I love watching baby nyala die, but because...
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I know, just in case that needed...
It's really good to know.
Just in case that needed clarifying. But because it's been such a year of watching them grow up and change, and from the moment that you see them sort of slinking through the grass when they're so tiny to now actually being big enough and strong enough, albeit, I think, kind of accidentally in that case, because I think he didn't quite know what he was doing and he just happened to get lucky, as I suppose to the baby nyala at the end of it. But he managed to kill it, and it was so fascinating watching the dynamic between Karula and Hosana. And he went up and he growled at her. She caught the nyala, and then he went and hissed at her and then took over and ultimately killed it. It's just been an amazing 12 months getting to know them individually.
Absolutely. And especially, you know, we're so lucky that they've been around here. And of course, they have spent time on Little Gowrie, but they've spent most of the time up here, which has been really special. In the TV shows, we've had them all 5. Have we? No, we didn't have them the first
The
week.
second one.
The second one.
No, the second one we didn't have them. We had Kuchava that week. Did we?
Tumi.
No,
Tumi. Okay. I've always got it. My brain is now smoked to death. All right, we're now going to go to my favourite moment with the leopard cubs, and it was unusually, because I quite like male leopard cubs, being a male myself. This one was with Xongile, who is probably now my very favourite leopard as a result of this. This leopard has come closer and closer and closer to us. This is Xongile, and she's come from about 30 meters, 100 feet away. We've been sat here, we spotted her, and she's just moved closer and closer to us. And it is the most special experience I think I've ever had on foot. She's just become totally confiding. She's not afraid of us in the slightest. And there she's sitting, just watching. She's watching Aubrey. Her eyes flick to Aubrey, and then to Hendry, and then to me. And she's calling every so often. She's making a little kind of bird-like chirp, which I suppose is perhaps trying to call her mum, or maybe her brother. Hosana is around here somewhere. Now Karula is off on the far eastern boundary. Xongile and hopefully Hosana as well. But in the meantime, this curious young cat is having a conversation with us. And I was trying to unpack what I felt about this. I was trying to unpack what it meant to me and why this was so special. And it's because this animal is not tame. She's not domesticated in any way. She is, in some way, she's an embodiment of wild. She's an embodiment of what it is to be in the wilderness. And that she has chosen to come and have this interaction with us gives us, I suppose, if not a view, it allows us almost to touch the heart of the wilderness. Right, so I've moved closer to Jamie, not because I feel necessarily closer to Jamie than I should, but because the smoke is just, well, too diabolical the other side. Wasn't that special? And I know that I said this to you probably at the very beginning when we first had those cubs. In fact, when we had Xongile and we didn't have Xongile and Hosana, I said to you that spending time on foot with young leopards is a very rare pleasure and a rare sort of period that you're able to do that with them when they're inquisitive like that, before they hit puberty and they start to lose that kind of inquisitiveness, and they start to lose almost that confiding nature. I hesitate to use the word trust, but they don't want to spend time with you like that. And I think we've all had experiences. You had experiences with Xongile for a long time.
Yes, absolutely. No. Following along behind me when I went tracking him the one day. And it was such a surprise to turn around and see him. It was at first an unpleasant surprise, then it was a pleasant surprise. And when I turned around and he was 30 feet away from me.
And your first time, I mean, the first time I saw them, you had found these guys on foot off Shibam Road.
I did, yeah. I've been really lucky. I've actually spent a lot of time on foot. I think, and also Sam. It was his first ever. He took him on
I remember that.
It was his first ever leopard on foot.
Yeah.
Was those cubs. But my favourite is still when Hosana hissed at me on a kill. So I found the drag mark going into the drainage line off Elephant Carcass, and it was really thick, and I wasn't feeling that brave. So I went across, and I stood above, and I was directly above, and he didn't run away or anything. He just looked up at me and went, and then carried on eating, and then turned around, walked back, and got the car. No, they really are. They're amazing on foot.
They're fantastic.
And Quarantine as well was the first guy who followed me back to the car here when I first just started.
All right, everybody, we're going to sing a happy birthday song now. It's in Xitsonga, and it is a well-known tune, so if you know it in English, feel free to sing it along with us. And the end will be awkward because, of course, there are two names at the end. Are you ready?
We are ready.
Of course.
Now, please pay attention to Brent's beautiful singing voice.
Goodness.
O Coriles Fesui, O Coriles Fesui, O Corile, when I Xongile na Hosana, O Coriles Fesui. Hip hip, hip hip. We'll see you tomorrow at 05:30. Bye-bye.